Welcome to the top 10 games on the MetaQuest platforms. Links below in the description for any items you want to purchase. Strap on your headsets and let's dive in.
Number 10.
Asgards Raft 2 is an ambitious VR RPG that brings a vast and complex experience to standalone VR. Set within mythological Norse and Egyptian realms, the game spans multiple detailed environments, hones dynamic characters, and has an engaging storyline that adds up to over 60 hours of content. The narrative places you in dual roles as a mortal hero and a god, giving you two unique perspectives and skill sets for solving puzzles, exploring, and engaging in battle. Combat is where this game really comes into its own. Flowing yet frantic combat is well polished, with every blow of a sword or axe adding to the immersion of the game. Movement accompanies the frantic nature of combat well, with free-flowing dashing movements allowing the player to pinpoint and escape to each enemy's flurry of attacks. Visually, Asgards Raft 2 pushes the Quest's capabilities, delivering high-quality graphics for a standalone device, though there are some occasional frame rate drops or lag in areas with high action or density. All in all, this game is an immersive VR experience which merges story and combat expertly. Where flaws do exist in the game and some sections can drag, it doesn't take away from the sheer fact that this 90+ hour game can run on the Quest system.
Number 9.
11 Table Tennis is a highly realistic virtual reality table tennis game that delivers a remarkably lifelike experience. The game's standout feature is its impressive physics engine, which accurately simulates all spin, speed, and bounce, making each shot feel as close to the real thing as possible. The paddle control is responsive and well optimized for the Quest's tracking and haptic feedback, allowing players to perform spins, smashes, and soft touches with precision. In addition to its realistic mechanics, 11 Table Tennis offers both single-player and multiplayer modes. Single-player mode includes customizable AI opponents that range from beginner to expert, along with training modes to practice shots and develop skills. Multiplayer is active, with a competitive ranking system and smooth matchmaking, allowing players to challenge friends or opponents from around the world. While the graphics are minimalist, they keep the focus on gameplay, making the game feel fluid and immersive. With regular updates and a dedicated player community, 11 Table Tennis remains one of the top VR sports experiences on the MetaQuest.
Number 8.
Golf Plus, the ultimate VR golf experience and the official VR golf game of the PGA Tour. This game has set the standard for VR sports on the MetaQuest platform, delivering a realistic, immersive, and incredibly fun golfing experience that both beginners and seasoned players can appreciate. With Golf Plus, you're stepping onto some of the world's most iconic courses. While the game includes 3 free courses, there are also over 25 add-on destinations available, though it's worth noting that these add-ons come at an extra cost. What makes Golf Plus truly special is the realism of its gameplay mechanic. The physics engine captures every detail, from the swing to the putting function, which has been particularly praised by reviewers as incredibly accurate. The game also provides performance feedback with advanced stats and a swing analyzer, allowing players to refine their game just like a real pro. For social and competitive players, Golf Plus offers multiplayer modes, ranked tournaments, and even the Golf Plus Tour, where you can climb global leaderboards. And thanks to partnerships with major golf brands like Callaway and TaylorMade, you'll have access to virtual replicas of top equipment. Overall, Golf Plus isn't just a VR game, it's a next level golfing simulation that makes you feel like you're truly on the course. Golf Plus delivers on all fronts.
Number 7.
Blade and Sorcery Nomad is a sandbox combat experience where physics and realism are at the forefront, allowing players to fully interact with weapons, magic, and their environment in dynamic ways. You can block, parry, stab, and throw enemies using a variety of medieval weapons, from swords and axes to bows and shields. There's also a range of spells like fireballs and telekinesis, adding depth to the combat options. The highlight of Nomad is its physics engine. Every swing, block, or grab feels intuitive and realistic. It's all about precision and tactics. You'll need to position your strikes carefully, block incoming attacks with timing, and make use of the environment, all during battling the intelligent AI. The Crystal Hunt update introduces a fresh and exciting new mode that adds more purpose and structure to the game. You enter different arenas to fight waves of enemies or explore dungeons. Visually, Nomad makes compromises to fit the hardware of the MetaQuest. The graphics are significantly dialed back from the PC version. Despite this, it still manages to look good, and the trade-off is worth it for the sheer freedom of untethered gameplay. Performance is generally smooth, although you might notice occasional frame rate drops during heavy action sequences. Modding support is another huge plus, which allows the player to introduce new weapons, spells, and even custom maps, extending the game's longevity. Overall, Blade and Sorcery Nomad is a fantastic choice for players looking for deep, immersive melee combat on a standalone VR platform. The combination of realistic combat, physics-driven interactions, a plethora of great updates, and modding potential makes it a standout experience on the MetaQuest.
Number 6.
The Walking Dead series. Set in the universe of the Walking Dead comic book series and TV show, this survival horror developed by Skydance Interactive places players in New Orleans after the Walker outbreak. Saints and Sinners and Chapter 2 Retribution has you hunted by all kinds of threats. Playing as either male or female character, the Tourist, in this unforgiving post-apocalyptic world overrun by zombies, you must scavenge for resources, craft weapons and fend off hordes of the undead while also navigating the dangerous politics of human factions. Combining an immersive combat system, deep story taking into account player choices, amazing environment, and now a horde mode where the user battles endless waves of walkers to earn points to unlock weaponry.
The Walking Dead series takes our 6th place.
Number 5.
Bone Lab, a sequel to the 2019 VR hit Bonework. Often confused with the content of Bone Lab by newer players, it features a full 4 to 5 hour long campaign, 6 different playgrounds consisting of sandboxes, challenge modes, experimental games as well as full modding support. You want to play as Spider-Man in VR, web swinging around a bridge smacking the shit out of NPCs? You can. This game lets imaginations run wild, with these endless possibilities from creator mode in the mod door, factoring incredible physics-based interactions. Bone Lab takes our 5th spot.
Number 4.
Veil VR. Veil is a tactical FPS that's pushing the boundaries of what competitive VR shooters can offer. Designed specifically for virtual reality, Veil emphasises precision gunplay, team-based combat and immersive environments. The heavily invested devs at Miami-based startup AEX Labs have worked hard to create a high degree of weapon realism, each gun feeling uniquely tuned, with customizable loadouts that permits players to modify their gear to match their style. Gunplay itself is very fluid and responsive, ensuring that quick reflexes and sharp aim are rewarded. Getting kills and leveling up is a sought after grind, as the unlocks are super cool. Also, community events providing players awesome looking skins as well as in-game currency. A standout feature of Veil is its social aspect. Veil takes an onus on community interaction, offering dedicated social spaces, esports events and constant updates based on players' feedback. Backed up by a booming lively Discord server full of a whole host of friendly legends offering advice and assistance on the game mechanic. With these newly found friends, players can chill out by playing mini games in the armory before jumping into the competitive action. A truly AAA standard title has been made here. The only downside is team balancing being a slight issue, as there are occasions where you'll be playing an unfair 2v6 or 5 versus 3 etc. But deservedly winning the Webby Award for People's Voice Best VR Game. Visually, the game delivers high quality graphics with beautifully well designed maps adding to the immersion. AEX Labs continuously introduce new modes, maps and skins, huge in keeping the game's content fresh and engaging.
Number 3.
Metro Awakening offers a gritty, deeply immersive VR experience that captures the tense, atmospheric qualities fans of the Metro series have come to love. This VR title transports players to a hauntingly detailed post-apocalyptic Moscow metro system where survival hinges on resourcefulness, stealth and fast reflexes, accentuated by haunting audio and original soundtrack. Players can expect encounters with horrifying mutants and desperate human survivors, with each situation demanding careful strategy. For players who appreciate the Metro franchise's bleak tone and atmospheric storytelling, Metro Awakening brings an engaging new perspective to the series. With the developers Vertigo Games patching in an improved gun rotation system, the gameplay is now more immersive and delivers an enjoyable experience. Though the game's linear structure limits exploration to a degree, its crafted pathways are filled with memorable challenges that deliver a hauntingly immersive apocalypse experience.
Number 2.
Resident Evil 4, visualising a first-person point of view of Special Agent Leon S. Kennedy on his government mission to rescue the US president's daughter, who is kidnapped by a mysterious cult. Set in a remote village in Spain, RE4's core gameplay works perfectly in VR, making use of multiple movement types for new and experienced VR players. The weapons themselves feeling great to use, beating down on the mind-controlled villagers and strong boss fights. The motion control movements for quick time events have been modified nicely as well, sticking to the original game with the quick time actions and likewise with the same style character animations. The campaign is lengthy, each hour of it being fun as hell because of the exhilarating storyline and combat. The studio team Armature debuted the legendary mercenary modes as a free update, with this new version including made for VR challenges where wild rounds are played out in wave format. It can be a scary experience still, a phenomenal VR title all the same.
Before we get to number 1, make sure to like, comment what your number 1 would be, and subscribe for more VR content. And here are some honourable mentions.
Assassin's Creed Nexus.
Dungeons of Eternity,
Into the Radius,
Vader Immortal series.
Number 1.
Batman Arkham Shadow for the MetaQuest 3 and 3S has quickly emerged as one of 2024's most talked about VR titles. Developed by Camouflage, the game provides a highly immersive Batman experience that captures the essence of the Arkham series with its signature blend of combat, detective work, and gadgetry. The combat is particularly noteworthy, offering intense, physically engaging, hand-to-hand battles that will leave players sweating. Staying faithful to the original Arkham series, the fluid, rhythmic combat system is as thrilling in VR as it was on consoles, making each punch and counter feel impactful and satisfying. Where some VR fans may feel like the combat is overly scripted and prefer more freedom, the combat is still very much a shining feature within the game, coupling up with the fluid movement system expertly. In addition to combat, Arkham Shadow introduces puzzle solving and exploration through its detective mode, encouraging players to uncover hidden secrets throughout Gotham. The game also makes the most of the Quest 3's hardware, delivering top-notch visuals and atmospheric sound design that fully immerses you in Batman's world. The graphics, in fact, are some of the best seen on a MetaQuest game to date. Familiar foes like Two-Face and Scarecrow, voiced by Elijah Wood, make memorable appearances, adding authenticity to the Gotham experience. With a roughly 10-hour campaign, Arkham Shadow offers a rich, compelling experience that is a must-play for fans of VR gaming.